wasteland, every waking minute can change your destiny, often never in a good way. Food was scarce, and when the hunger was too great, caution was cast to the wind. Wait, can it be? There is still life in this body. Wake up!
The Dustwind character system is really flexible. It allows you to create characters with any combination of skills and gear that you want, without class restrictions. So if you want to play as a sniper, flamer, combo soldier, you can do that. or you can play as a trapper who also shoots people with a minigun, or you can be a dog who can heal, repair, throw grenades. You can do all of that. Let's go to the barracks now and see the character system in action. Here you see the pre-made characters, which we made for you if you just want to jump into the game before making your own character. But we're gonna proceed here and make a new character. Up here you can choose your character's race. You can play as a human, as a dog, as a humanoid robot, or as a Valkyrie, which is a powerful melee unit. If you want, you can also make your character look a lot more fancy. But visual customization has no effect on gameplay and is not the focus of this video. Today we're gonna make a sniper melee combo character for deathmatch games, so it's gonna be a competitive character, not a cooperative one. There are some subtle differences in skills and gear you would give to your characters for competitive games versus for cooperative games. You will find out those differences yourself as you play. Up here you see that you have 10,000 points to spend on this new character, and every skill and every piece of equipment will cost you some of those points. Every time you want to make a new character, you just get those 10,000 points automatically to distribute as you like. And deciding how you will distribute those points is exactly where the fun and the challenge lies when creating characters. Your characters do not earn any new points as you play. Every character of every player always has those 10,000 points available to them. So theoretically, a total noob can open the game and create the perfect character. Practically, you're gonna get wrecked a lot before you find a good combination of skills and gear that suits you personally. After that, if perfection is your goal, you could be fine-tuning your character forever, or you can just not bother at all and play the pre-mates, but then you would be missing a lot of fun. So what Dustwind offers is a flexible system based on your understanding of balance, not on how many hours you've spent playing the game. It is also a system which allows your busy friend who plays half as often as the rest of your crew to stay up to speed. Nevertheless, as you progress as a player, you unlock new ranks, and with them, new cool items. Those items will not necessarily make you more powerful, but they're interesting to play. Let's begin by going to the armory by clicking this button down here. Here we can see that this big angry 50 cal sniper rifle costs 1,500 points. It's quite expensive, but it's good. Now let's give our character a plasma blade for close quarters combat, cause otherwise he's screwed when someone tries to get too close to him. Now let's grab a leather armor and a limb pack. This one will help us if someone breaks any of our limbs, which happens quite a lot. Now let's go back to our character's stats. I won't go in depth on every stat, since there are full descriptions in game which you can see down here when you click on the stats. You have to decide how many levels of each stat you will take, knowing that each new level of the same stat costs more than the one before it. So maxing something out will cost you an unproportionally large amount of points. Whether or not that cost is justified depends on what you want to achieve. And here you have some special abilities called virtues, and those also cost a set amount of points. Let's take Fast Reload. On the bottom of the virtue list you have some vices. Vices affect your character in a unique negative way, but they set some creation points free for you to spend elsewhere. You don't have to take them, but sometimes you might want to. I'm gonna take Clumsy, which will make my character randomly trip and fall on his face when he runs, which might be quite detrimental if an angry shotgun psycho is chasing me. And I will take Stinky, which will make a permanent cloud of flies appear over my sniper, and it will also reduce my stealth ability because the enemies can just smell me now. If you don't think that reducing a sniper's stealth ability is a good idea, then get the game, make your own sniper, and face me on the battlefield. That way we can see whose Stinky sniper is the best. Now, with the bonus points we get from our vices, we can afford to buy some more hit points. And now that I'm happy with my character, I'm gonna save him, and now I can use him in game. And later you can also edit your characters as many times as you want. Alright soldiers, this was a short glimpse into the Dustwind character system. There is a lot more to discover though, and that's exactly what you should be doing now. Grab your friends, get the game on Steam, make some cool characters, and kick some butt. Oh, and don't forget to shoot each other with plungers fired from a compound bow, because you can totally do that, so do it. In this video I'm gonna give you an overview of the combat system in Dustwind by showing you 5 simple tricks which will enable you to kick some serious butt. Trick number 1. Do not click on the enemy to attack, because you don't have to. Unlike in many other games, in Dustwind your characters automatically attack the closest target in weapon range, and clicking all over the place while they try to do so will only interrupt them. So just chill and let your characters auto-attack. Not having to chase your enemy with your mouse all the time is more relaxing once you get used to it and allows you to focus on the actually interesting tactical decisions, such as which weapon in fire mode and ammo type do I use now, or do I use traps or grenades, do I aim for body parts, do I crouch, when do I heal, when do I retreat, do I kick this guy in the balls right now, do I kick my teammate Steve in the balls for constantly using his bazooka in close quarters combat and killing the entire team. And a lot more. But as a beginner, you just need to focus on one main thing: movement, which is the second trick. Move a lot. Dustwind is all about tactical action, not about tactical just standing there. Don't be like these guys trading hits. Instead, move into attack, let your character execute the attack without clicking on the enemy, and then move away. If you play melee, all you need to do is get close enough. For that, again, don't click on them, click on the ground next to them, and your character will do the rest. So basically you fight just by bringing your character into position. When playing ranged, sometimes hover your enemy with your mouse to see the hit chances, which are displayed under the cursor. If your hit chances are too low, your character will be missing lots of shots, so you might want to switch weapons, get closer, or disengage, or just make your character suck less. There are lots of movement-related tricks to learn, but for now just understand that the game is largely about movement. That alone will help you dominate. Trick number 3. Stop a lot. Stopping is as important as moving. When you run or do anything else, just tap S on your keyboard and that will immediately stop your character. So when I see this guy and want to attack him fast, I just tap S and then I do nothing else. S makes my character stop and then she auto-attacks on her own, as usual. If you hold S instead of just briefly tapping it, your character will execute no actions at all, including attacks, for as long as you're holding down the key. This can be useful to avoid friendly fire. Trick number 4. Use stealth. It makes you entirely invisible, like a ninja. The default shortcut for stealth is X. Once you go stealthy, this big blue circle appears under you. As soon as you enter someone's field of vision or hearing range, the circle will turn yellow and start shrinking. That gives you the information that someone, possibly an enemy who's also sneaking, is nearby. You will only be detected once the circle shrinks to the size of 0. Until then, you remain fully invisible. However, performing any sort of attack or being hit yourself will make you lose your stealth immediately. Once detected, you cannot go back to stealth for as long as your enemy can still see or hear you, so you need to hide to go back to stealth. There is more depth to this mechanic, but for now that's all you need to know. Trick number 5, for advanced players only. Use your right mouse button to perform what we call a gas fire. So let's say I'm pretty sure that this enemy is gonna appear behind that corner in a second. Instead of waiting for him and letting my character auto-attack then, I can seize the initiative and right-click on the ground where I think he will be. My character will start raising his gun already, saving time. If I guessed right and the enemy is indeed where I thought he would be, in the moment of the actual shot being fired, they will be hit. This also works on stealthy targets and will make them lose their stealth immediately once they're hit. So if my intuition tells me that the stealthy enemy is here, I can right-click here to attack them, even if my character doesn't see them yet. If my guess was wrong and the target is not where I thought it would be, then I will simply attack the ground, which however can be useful all by itself if you have a bazooka. You can also right-click directly on enemies to attack them first, regardless of whether or not they are the closest target. So that allows you to override your auto-attack. Keep in mind that all of this right mouse button stuff is only useful in very specific situations, and excessive right-clicking is guaranteed to make you lose. Even if you are advanced, 99% of the time it's best to just let your characters auto-attack while focusing on tactical movement. Alright, that's it for the basics. There is certainly a lot more to the combat system in Dustwind than this, but these tricks alone should give you a significant edge. I hope you and your friends will have fun playing against each other, against other teams, or against the evil computer in cooperative mode. If you don't have the game already, now is the time to change that. Go ahead and grab it on Steam. Show everyone what it means to be a post-apocalyptic tactical badass. I'll see you in combat.